she's again got good pedigree. Here they are. What are they trying to establish?
I mean, DADASHEVA has been looking real serious the whole tournament from the morning. First, they're looking to get their hands on the opponent, get a feel for them, and you know, just see where when the right moment is to strike. It seems like they've both got their hands on each other already. They're getting a feel. They're trying to move each other.
And crucially, they've already had a couple of bouts today, so today's the big day. They've already been warmed up and practiced and in the momentum.
Yeah, that's right. It seems like DADASHEVA is controlling the center a little bit more, even though she's not moving as much. We'll see if the judges think the same way. Oh, quite the opposite, actually.
Blue.
So what are you allowed and not allowed to do?
In women's wrestling, no hair pulling, obviously. Freestyle differs from Greco-Roman that you can attack the legs and pretty much use your lower half of your body. Oh, we have DADASHEVA
push down there. First push out.
Yeah, that's right. That's a 1 point. That's a 1 point move if you push the opponent outside the circle.
So the basic fundamentals: if you pin your opponent, their shoulders on the ground, that's game over. Apart from that, most of the time it's a point system.
Yeah, that's game over, and then winning by 10 points or more, getting a 10-point lead.
So what can you see on the graphics that you're watching? The same as us. You have the clock ticking down when the action's going in. You have their names, red and blue, which is obvious. Semi-final weights, and of course we're from the outskirts of Rome. Here they are.
And we have LIVACH trying to get the attack, and DADASHEVA able to counter it very well, scoring 2.
So just taking her time to put herself in a position to do the next move.
That's right, yeah, she's always looking to score. The beauty of freestyle wrestling is that you can score from almost anywhere, and that you could be the defensive wrestler 1 second and the offensive the next.
And the referee is saying, okay, you've had your time to do something, and if you don't, let's move on with the action.
That's right, yeah, let's start back on the feet, get some more points on the board. That was a big move by LIVACH.
So 4 points there.
So a feet to back in any style of wrestling is 4 point. It's a 4 point takedown.
Then we do have the orange band. You're not really supposed to continue the action after that, but you can do it during that.
I mean, it all plays into the strategy. So some people like to wrestle in this orange band, but once you're there, the referees are encouraged to try to get you to wrestle and try to get you out of that zone.
10 seconds to go. What's interesting is clearly we don't have that many people in the stadium here, but with the, well, you're an engineer, you'll know more about this, but the way the wooden form is, it's actually, it's keeping the noise in the stadium.
Yeah, the noise levels are actually great in here. It's making the wrestlers think that there's a lot more going on than there is. But the attendance is actually very good from what I've seen in the past. It's really something to get people into this historic venue and watch these elite athletes compete.
Let's go through basics. Are they listening to the coaches, or are they just gasping for air?
A little bit of both, I would think. When I'm out there, I generally tend to want more air and just get some words of encouragement and less technical things, but it's different for every athlete. Every athlete and coach have their own different, combinations and different rituals.
They spend so much time together, don't they, in training camps and everything.
Exactly.
You need to communicate well. So 4-2 to red.
And in the first period, we saw DADASHEVA being a little bit more patient, but it looks like she's trying to pick up the pace a little bit now. Her first score was off a counter. Her second time when she gave up points was also on the defensive end. So now let's see if her offense picks up. That was a big move by her. Let's see what the referees say. It looked like potentially a 2-point throw for DADASHEVA, but
So far, sometimes it's actually quite subjective, isn't it? Because the lines are so fine.
Yeah, it gets to be very subjective, and you see the crowd booing, and sometimes a lot of people not agreeing with the referee's decisions, but that's why there are 3 of them and a 4th one in case there's a challenge.
If you've just tuned in, good afternoon. If you're in the European zone, Lenny Merkin is my expert today, and we're going to be with you for the next 4 hours. We're watching 5 semi-finals.
This is where DADASHEVA's good. She gets the counter again, right off of LIVACH's single leg attempt. Now looking to get to work on top.
Blue action.
You see the referee trying to get more action out of the blue wrestler. That's just saying, hey, you got to work or we're going to bring you back up to your feet.
Well, this is what we want for the first bout, a bit of activity. Are they still lucid at 1 minute 30 to go?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think you'd have to ask them afterwards. They're definitely feeling a little bit tired, but still looking for opportunities to score, especially LIVACH, who needs the points.
So they're like locking horns there.
That's right, yeah, you see them hanging on the head. DADASHEVA trying to keep control over LIVACH, and LIVACH trying to break free and create some offense. You see DADASHEVA peeking up at the clock. She knows she's up by a point, has 40 seconds about remaining on the clock.
Can you train for this?
Absolutely, you must.
In the sense of this intensity, this adrenaline.
I mean, I've seen some rooms even playing, for example, in my Princeton room where I go to school and train and wrestle and compete for, they would play on the loudspeaker, you know, like audience noises to get us prepped for all these big events where we have a lot of outside pressure.
Well, last 15
LIVACH with
seconds.
a good score, and DADASHEVA trying to counter. Let's see what the refs do. They do 2 and 2 with DADASHEVA getting the last score, and LIVACH with a nice gut wrench and another counter from DADASHEVA.
Wow, this is so spectacular.
This is getting wild, yeah. This is the last wild 10 seconds. The refs may need to look that one over. DADASHEVA's corner wants a challenge, rightfully so.
Well, if we want a highlight package to promote the sport, we don't need to watch anything else. This will be fine. Last 10 seconds of this.
That's right. It's all in the refs' hands now. As you can see, the wrestlers are just, you know, helpless, looking on, praying they see the same thing that they do. So sometimes it's hard to tell who initiates the action and who should be getting the points when both wrestlers expose their backs. As you can see, DADASHEVA trying to keep LIVACH on her back for a longer period of time and going again for the same move that scored her the first takedown. So the question is, who started that move there? And LIVACH, yeah, grabbed the legs. But let's see if the referees think that she's the aggressor here.
So there's 3 to make a decision, and 2 of them have to be in accordance.
For the challenge, the head referee, or the head chairman referee, I believe, has to take a look at it, and he makes the final say. He has the final decision. A lot of pressure in this moment right here.
Because they can both see what they want to see.
That's right.
Well, at the moment before this, we have red leading 11-6.
Here you see the head referee trying to figure out and dissect all the action that happened in the last 10 seconds. Tough task to do, especially with all this pressure.
And especially for the referees, because there's only a certain quantity that can go on, and the pinnacle is to go to the Olympic Games.
That's right.
So they're under as much stress and pressure as anyone else here.
Yep. Looks like they've made a decision. Let's see what they say.
And these referees are on holiday time.
You go 2 red, 2 blue, 2 more red. and they get the challenge cube back, but what does that make the final score?
Well, it's subtly in favor of red. Oksana LIVACH will, I understand, 9-8.
Blue, давай.
The referees have made their decision. The Russian coach is not happy, thinking DADASHEVA initiated that throw in the beginning of the exchange. And red is the winner. Wow, what an exciting match, huh?
Good start.
Who needs espresso here in Rome when you got this?
Well, that's the way it is. So, first semi-final win is to LIVACH. We're now going to move on to the next event, which is the non-Olympic 55 kilogram category. We have the athletes.
We got Olga Horoshavtseva and Sophia Madsen coming to the mat. Both some big names. I've heard of them